Hey, welcome to the Dad Challenge Podcast. Happy freaking Tuesday. How you doing? It's Tuesday, right? Yeah, it's Tuesday. Okay. We're going to do a quick short one today because I just don't have a lot of time. I've got stuff to do and it is already like way past my bedtime. It's already like way late in the afternoon. But I did want to cover the Taylor Frankie Paul arrest. Again, I've said it a million times, TikTok is the wild west of disgustoids. Okay, a lot of family vlogging on there, a lot of child exploitation, and a lot of douchebags. And in this influencer culture exist people like Taylor Frankie Paul who show you something, but something else is happening. And then the people in her circumference and everything else that's going on. Now, we've got the arrest video of what happened that night. It's from Daily Mail. We're going to look at it and I'm going to show you guys exactly why making these types of people famous is wrong. Okay, so let's talk about it. So basically what happened was Taylor Frankie Paul was a Mormon, I guess it's called Mom Talk, and basically she had a whole bunch of these like thirsty Mormon moms who would get together and they would dance and answer questions. Like, hey, have you ever tried an M&M? Yes! Effing people, I hate them all. It eventually came out that they were swinging. And they were soft swinging, which I think is just like, basically there's certain rules you follow in soft swinging. I don't know, I've never done it, but basically they were making out with each other's husbands and doing things. But Taylor Frankie Paul decided to step out in her marriage and break the rules, and she slept with one of her friends' husbands, and all the shit went bananas. And since the fallout of all that, people started to realize that Taylor Frankie Paul is not the person that she portrays on her channel. This lovely mom who keeps her house up and does all these things and look at me, but then dances with her kid wearing a helmet and dances like a hooker in front of her kid. She is that, but she's not the other thing. She's not normal. She's the type of person it takes to put your entire life online for everybody to dissect and watch. You need to be weird, is what I'm saying. You need to be really, really narcissistic. You have to be like, look at me at all times. If you're seeking that type of attention in every step of the way, in everything that you do in your life, there's something wrong with you. And those people often have children, and those children suffer at the hands of these narcissistic people. Now, Taylor Frankie Paul is obviously gone off the deep end because her life didn't turn out the way she wanted it to turn out. Okay, her husband left her because of the cheating scandal. Then she literally got together with this guy named Dakota right away. And Dakota is somebody who is, I guess, admittedly himself has had past addiction issues and is since, by his words, has overcome it. He does contracting. He's not an influencer. Like, he's got 300,000 subscribers, but built off of Taylor Frankie Paul, right? So he's not like he's nothing. But they're together, and they're basically, what we've come to realize too is that Taylor Frankie Paul is an addict as well. Not only of the attention she needs, the dopamine hit she gets from social media, but like alcohol and everything else, like a good Mormon should be that type of person. But so all that kind of broke down, and it led up to this breaking scandal where she gets arrested, okay? And people are like, what happened? There was all these early reports that came out, and so many of her supporters and people who were just like, no, let's wait for it to come out. And I get that. I understand people want to wait till the facts come out. But unfortunately, in the world that you live in, when you are going to have 4 million followers and your whole world is built on the internet, all the money you're making is off child exploitation or influencing culture or makeup or thirst trap type of behaviors, right? The one thing I'm going to say about this is that none of these thirst traps that exist on the internet, any of them, in my opinion, probably have good marriages. It's one molecule away from OnlyFans, half of these people. And as a husband myself, I don't think that my wife would appreciate me going out into the world. I mean, I wouldn't anyway because I'm ugly and fat. But even say if I was like a super hot guy, taking my shirt off and check it out, I wouldn't do that anyway because I respect my wife, right? And I wouldn't want my wife either going out to the internet and showing off her boobs and everything to the internet and dancing in onesies and everything else. I wouldn't appreciate it. I think most husbands, most strong marriages, that's not a thing that would happen. Right? I don't think so. And so that's why I'm saying it's one molecule away from OnlyFans. These people are exactly the same. And for more often than not, their relationships all fall apart and it's all public. And the only people who suffer are the children. In this case, the children suffered in more than one way. Not only do they suffer at the hands of a mom who lives disgustingly, if you've seen her cleaning videos, it's just a mess. This woman doesn't have a real job. Okay, she's an influencer. So she doesn't even sit at home and clean. That's all she'd have to do because she doesn't do anything. So there's really no excuse, to be honest with you, for cleaning. If you live at home and your whole job is to be this person that you say you are, like there's no excuse for kids to live in squalor. Now, I don't know what's going on with the other side with her ex-husband, but she still has custody, even after this huge scandal broke, and all these people were talking about it, and all the rumors, and the rumor was, right off the top, was that she threw a chair and it hit her kid, and everybody's like, oh no, there's no way. You better wait. That's a rumor. It ended up being 100% completely true. And now that we know that it's 100% completely true, she's going to be, I don't know if she's going to be charged and put in jail, but something's going to happen. Like, there's two-tier justice systems, and we all know that. If she was a poor lady who didn't have a big social media following and a bunch of money, she'd probably go to jail for what she did. But because she is a influencer, Mormon, white lady who has money and has tons of followers, she'll get a slap on the wrist. She probably won't get anything. That's probably what's going to happen, even though she absolutely hurt her child. And it's odd, you know, and as soon as she divorces, she goes, obviously, and gets fake boobs. She goes and gets everything done. And then then after the scandal broke, after we realized what type of person Taylor Frankie Paul is, the disgusting piece of garbage she is, these people get together with her and do mom talk again, because this is all they have. Could you imagine knowing that this person here in the middle, who's your matriarch of this bullshit, absolutely is a drunkard who threw a chair and hurt her child. And when you watch the video, you're going to realize she didn't even give a shit. That's the worst part of this whole thing. She is a disgusting piece of trash, and she is idolized by 4 million people on the internet and given a pass because she's a thirst trap. Now, you're going to see, there's going to be an opinion I have also in Dakota. There's a lot of back and forth thing. Her comments are hilarious, though. They're like, people are not giving it to her, but as she's just going to ignore it and continue on because this is all she has. What else is she going to do? Right? So imagine you're any of these mom talkers here, these Mormon moms who all dress the same in the same damn shit. They don't eat. They probably just drink iced coffee. That's all they do. Imagine you're one of these people and you're going to stand behind somebody who abused their child. Now, I know people can make mistakes. I get that. Right? I'm not saying nobody can make mistakes and marriages happen and people will sleep with each other's husbands, whatever. That happens. I get that. But when you hurt a child and you don't give a shit and these people know that, why would you stand there and support her? Why would you connect to her like that? And so we're going to watch that video. I want to hear I want to see what you guys think of this video because it is crazy. Okay, so let's watch the arrest video. Now that we know it all went down.
Contact the front door. Stop! Hey, what's going on? Oh my gosh.
Nothing.
Now, obviously, they've got it redacted. I have to pause it on their thing. And you're going to get the ads. But basically, they're taking it out because Dakota comes in frame, I think, or maybe a child comes in frame. Because they showed Dakota later. I don't know why they redacted the video. But basically, they come to the door. What's going on? What's going on? You can hear them screaming in the door. The cop's like, what's going on? He's like, oh my God. And then she's like, nothing. It's all good, Ossifer.
She's hammered.
And so is he.
I'm sober.
But drugs are
How about
I don't know what they said there. I can't hear it. But basically, she's hammered, and she's like, so is he. And he's like, no, I'm sober. And then she says something. Now, we know that Dakota claims by his videos on TikTok that he says he is sober. And people were saying, we don't think you're sober. I don't know. You guys make your mind up about that. And the fact that we can have this conversation, it's open for us to have this conversation because she puts herself on the internet. Now, my skin in the game on this type of topic is that there are kids that are in danger for being a part of this type of lifestyle. I don't know why the dad is allowing her still to have custody of her children, because in TikToks right now, she does videos like, get ready. She does videos with me right now. She's like, get ready with me while I go prep and restock. My kids are coming over. If I knew that my ex-wife threw a chair and hit my daughter, there's absolutely no effing way. I would stop at nothing. I would hire all the lawyers to say, she's not going there until I know she's been through rehab and she's gotten all the help she needs to get. My daughter's not going back to a place where she was abused by some strange taint guy that's been there right after I left. People like this, they don't make good choices. And the only person, again, and the only people who suffer because of their shitty choices are their children. So this dad has some protecting to do of his children and is not doing it. And I'm wondering why. So anyway, let's get back to this.
How about we separate for now? You need to just calm down. Hey, stop.
She's getting violent there, by the way. That's what's happening. And the cop is saying stop, and like, she knows there's a police officer and doesn't give a shit. This woman is unhinged. I honestly believe, and I believe that's just hitting me this hard, is because this happened to me growing up more times than I can count. Probably more, I've suppressed more than I can remember. This was an occurrence in my life as a child so many times. If you've heard my story, my personal story, go ahead and listen to it. There was a moment where my mom stabbed my dad in front of me and the cops came to my house. I remember it clearly. I can count There is probably 10 to 15 times where the police have been called in just my childhood to come to my house for domestic abuse and disturbances like that. Okay, there have been moments in my life where, you know, as a child, the chaos that ensues because of these types of parents is so detrimental to children. Okay, they live in chaos. There's a video I saw posted the other day on my Instagram of a lady saying, you know, she grew up in that type of world, and it broke her heart because she doesn't treat her kids that way, and she realizes she loves her kids, she wants to be around, she creates a safe environment for kids and everything else, and she loves that. She basically became the parent she needed as a child, but then it made her realize how shitty and inappropriate her childhood was because of the things she had to suffer through. That's one thing I remember too. Growing up and helping my kids and being there for those that I loved, I started realizing that the things that I thought were normal as a kid were not normal. And you start realizing later on how shitty and dangerous and chaotic it was, and where your trauma stems from. It's a good thing because you could realize it, but it sometimes takes many, many, many years and well into your adulthood to understand that, because children will never understand it. And this kid is right in the thick of it right now. This child is awake while this is happening.
We're not doing this.
Okay, but he threw me out in the garage.
No, because she is attacking the crap out of
You threw me in the garage!
Okay. Oh, Taylor. He threw me in the garage because she's attacking the crap out of me. We now know that she was attacking the crap. She was throwing chairs and throwing furniture and hit her child. So now a lot of people are mad at Dakota for throwing her in the garage and like that's you know, it's abuse and everything else. But I promise you this, and you know, it's not even on Dakota to protect that child, but it looks like that's what he was doing. You know, but some people will say no, Dakota shouldn't have done that, and Dakota was fighting back and doing those things, and maybe he was. I don't know. But what I'm going by right now is what we know, that she did throw the chair, she did hurt her child. And again, just taking, it looks like I'm taking Dakota's side here, but I'm just listening to what you guys are listening to, and I'm deducing what I have. But should he have thrown her in the garage? I don't know. How dangerous was she getting? That's what I'm trying to if someone's throwing things and hurting people, I'd probably do the same damn thing. I would get you out of there. I mean, I've never had to deal with this as an adult. I would never be around people like this. I would never be in this type of chaos. But if I had to, of course, I would try to separate this person who's violent from a child that's in the same room.
Stop.
Okay.
You can just go that way.
Okay.
I just want to talk to you.
Okay.
Do you want to throw that on real quick?
What's up?
I just want to be able to talk to you without you two bickering at each other.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So go ahead, like you can sit or whichever.
Okay.
So what's your name?
Taylor.
Taylor. I'm Officer Rudebrecht with the Hamlin Police Department.
Okay.
The neighbor.
And another thing, if you're going through this much bullshit in your life, why are you in a relationship with someone else who has addiction issues too? Why are you teaming? Why are you instantly, as soon as your family falls apart, trying to find strange taint? I don't understand people. If you truly love your children, take some time for yourself to heal, to get better from all the shit that you've done to yourself, your husband's done to you, or you've done to your husband, whatever. You guys all need to take a step back and just get off the internet and start doing things to make you better parents. These people, all she did was get off and she went on Hinge and started partying. And because of decisions she made. Her husband didn't cheat on her. She cheated on her husband. So these are all self-inflicted wounds. And then the first thing she does is try to find another thirst trap guy and be like, look, I got a guy. I'm normal. I'm wanted, right? This is a person who is perpetually going to be living in this for the rest of her life, like unless she gets help, gets off the internet now. And just watch. It just gets worse.
First called in, saying they heard a bunch of yelling.
Sorry.
Your last name Paul.
Yeah, I'm emotionally hurting, I guess.
You're what?
I'm emotionally hurting.
I'm emotionally hurting, she said.
I'm emotionally hurting.
Okay. So your last name is just Paul?
Yep.
Okay.
I pushed him.
I pushed him. I pushed him. I hit him.
He pushed me.
He pushed me.
I don't think about it.
So I want you to hear that, because I know people are going to be like, Josh, you always take the guy's side. She admitted it right there. I pushed him. I hit him. Then he pushed me and hit me. I think she said he hit me. So I would never hit a woman. Obviously, I would never get in a fight like this. I'm not violent like this. But could you, like, this isn't a first time this has happened. That's what I'm saying. So she's admitting everything right now. So I just want you guys to hear the things that she's admitting.
Can I get a drink, please? Please?
Can you promise not to talk to him while we go in there?
Sure.
I just don't want anything escalating to an argument or fight while we go in there. Okay?
So you went out on a girls' night. You said that, right?
Yeah, he came pick me up from girls' night.
And then what happened?
And he was me out the whole way home.
About, so when you describe that to me, about what?
I guess having fun with the girls. And
Okay, she went on a girls' night. I know I have to explain this because it's hard to understand her. She went on a girls' night. He picked her up from girls' night because like she's hammered, right? So at least she's got a designated driver. Good for you. She's not driving drunk. Awesome. Picks her up, gets mad at her because she probably is wasted beyond belief. And she says, because I had fun with my girls, he bitched me out all the way home. Maybe he did. Maybe he's jealous that she had some fun. And and don't forget, there's this strange dude. I don't care how long you've known this guy. So I think it's been something maybe like 6 months. Okay. If you're divorced, okay, hear me out. Don't have your boyfriend watch your children. You don't know this guy at all. I don't care. Maybe after a year or so, maybe you're married. I don't know. But this is your boyfriend. Maybe don't leave your boyfriend home with your children. This is a strange, to these children, this is a strange guy. You understand that? If I was the ex-husband, I'd be like, what? I would never, ever leave my children with someone I didn't really, and maybe she trusts him. That's fine. Maybe Dakota's trustworthy. I don't know. But I'm just saying, in general, that's a effing no-no. So this guy's at home watching her children while she's out getting drunk. Classy.
And he was going to a concert, but he was like, we're not going to a concert now. And he came home. And then we were fighting. And we were fighting at each other. And then he I was going at him, I guess hitting him. And then he pushed me into the kids' stuff. And then I went ballistic because it pushed me so hard. And then I fought back, and then we were just fighting, and I just let him out.
Okay. Let me give you a little bit of, I have to translate for you. So basically what happened, they were going to go to a concert. He's like, we're not going anymore because I got in a big fight about it. They get back home, get in a fight about it, continue to get in a fight about it. She pushes him, punches him, then he pushed her. This guy's like way bigger than her, by the way. So already that's douchey. This girl weighs what? 100 pounds soaking wet after eating Taco Bell? Maybe, if you're lucky. That guy's probably 175, 180 pounds on a good day. He's a contractor. The guy's strong. So he pushed her, sounds like really hard into the toy, she said. Then she went ballistic. Then that's when she probably picked up the chairs and everything else. So both of them are wrong there. If Dakota wants to sit in the right here, then all he has to do is leave the house. Call the police, sure. She hurt me, wait outside. That's it. Don't escalate. Why would you push this tiny, frail little person who's drunk across the room like it? And you know he probably went, and she probably flew like a cartoon. You know what I mean? So yeah, I am with her on that one.
Where did the kids go?
My son's right there, and then my son's up sleeping because we had my family member that was babysitting.
Okay, she had a family member babysitting. Thank God. But the family members over there while you guys are fighting downstairs? Classy.
She is struggling. Adding alcohol to that, just like tonight for a prime example, like just explodes.
Is this all from tonight?
Yeah, dude. I mean, bro, I can't even tell you the stuff that just happened.
Is any of this property yours?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I think my finger's broken, dude. Like, my I don't know. Is there a bump there? Oh, because that hurts so bad.
She came at me with a chair, he said.
Oh, Taylor, okay.
Hey,
get out of my house.
When I told you how this was going down,
Wait,
okay, we're trying to be
I just need that.
And she wants him gone. She said, I want him out of my house. And that's fine. The cop is smart here. And we're going to allude to this. A lot of people are comparing what this cop did with Dakota to what happened with Gabby and with Gabby Petito. And that's bullshit. But if anything, the cops are going to have to weigh every possible situation now because of what happened with Gabby Petito. Okay? And so maybe they're all doing their job now, which sucks that she had to pay the price for that. And I hope their parents sue them into billions and trillions of dollars of debt. I don't care. They don't deserve to be cops anymore for what they did. But they're comparing this because if you hear the two conversations, all I'm hearing is that she is completely incoherent at most levels, drunk out of her tree, and can't even speak. And he sounds level-headed. He's upset. Obviously, he's pissed. The adrenaline's a little bit different, but he did abuse, but he didn't admit it. She had said it. So at this point, though, if she wants him gone, Dakota's got to go. But I also understand that Dakota understands that there are children there and that the family member probably left and he doesn't want to leave them there with this woman who is absolutely incapacitated. Because no parent should ever, if you are, and I've said this a lot of times, and I've gotten a lot of pushback and a lot of flack and hate from people for saying this exact thing. If you are a single parent watching children, there is no excuse for being high or drunk ever, 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 ever. That's why I didn't like Maya Knight, because she drank so much. So I will always say that to the end of time, because I grew up in a very chaotic situation with a lot of dangerous drinking and drugs and everything else. And I know that it's so dangerous for children. If you are the sole caretaker of your child, you have no business being inebriated in any way. And I'll stand by that.
So that thing hit me in the side. She was launching metal chairs
at me.
Left and right. I mean, put holes in the wall. I was actually a little bit scared for my life there, because they're heavy as shit. And her daughter's right there on the couch.
Her daughter.
So I'm freaking out about that. One of the chairs did hit her.
There he goes. He admitted it. One of the chairs hit the daughter. And I'm pretty sure Dakota came out and said none of this shit that they're saying is true. I'm pretty sure he did say that. I'm going to try to find that, but I'm pretty sure he was like, everybody's lying. But he admits it right here. I don't think he realized that this shit would come out to public.
A little bit. And so that, and then I was trying to help her, and she was still going after me.
I'm at a point where I basically have to make an arrest. Mm-hmm. And it's required by Utah law that I do so.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
And it's a domestic violence thing. So
his demeanor, though, Dakota, this is where I start getting a little bit like shaky on Dakota's demeanor. Oh, wow, you have to make an arrest? He just seems like, what do you mean? You called the cops, Dakota. Actually, I'm not even sure that's true. I'm pretty sure a neighbor called the cops. That's what I think. But he's just like, oh, wow, what, really? Huh? Yeah? Huh? He's angry at Taylor right now, and he wants her to pay for what she did, right? But if they're both engaging in violence, why isn't he arrested too? I know that she hit him and he pushed her and apparently like she flew across the room. He should be arrested too, no?
I do have to ask, it's a personal question. It's like, as far as the nature of your guys' relationship, you guys have been together, did you say 5 months?
6 months.
6 months?
Yeah.
6 months.
In that time, have you guys been intimate?
Yeah.
Have you guys had sex?
Yes.
Okay.
A lot of people are asking why he has to ask that question, because it's so intrusive, because it has to do with the type of relationship you're in is domestic violence. If you're sleeping with somebody, basically, all intents and purposes, you are living, and they're in Utah, don't forget, this is probably one of the most, when it comes to old-fashioned morals states, that's it. So based on your relationship status, if you're sleeping together, you're almost seen as you're married, right? So that it's instead of just being friends and you get in a fight, that's just abuse or whatever. It's different when it's domestic violence. They have to arrest for domestic violence, which they didn't in Brian and Gabby Petito's case. And that's why now they're like, I have to stick to the letter of law because I don't want this to happen ever again, right? Because they now know that if he would have walked out of there, maybe something would have happened after and someone would have been killed. They had to change the way they did the law because of what happened with Gabby Petito. Isn't that crazy? And so he's like, I have to make an arrest. And Dakota's like, okay, let's do it.
Yeah, like Utah is very, very strict when it comes to domestic violence.
Yeah.
And it mandates that if I see any sort of signs of violence, that I have to act.
Yeah. I even did get I tried to film some of it just because it was she was just so bad.
Even though, and he adds to it. He keeps adding fuel to the fire here. All he had to say, if he was surprised about, oh no, I don't want any of that, that's okay, do what you gotta do. But he kept saying how much worse it got after he knew she was getting arrested. He kept throwing her under the bus more and more and more. Now, she probably deserved it, don't get me wrong, but if she's right and he threw her across the room too, there's got to be some repercussions for what he did.
She just would not.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you a link. I'm gonna send you a link that I'm gonna need you to upload that video.
Oh, he says he's got video of her doing that, and he's got to send. So Dakota's like, I've got video of her doing it. So imagine in the middle of this domestic fight, he takes his phone out to record it. Why? Maybe I don't blame him, because she is an influencer with 4 million followers and she could say anything she wants. So maybe his first inclination is to protect himself by filming it for himself. And that's got to tell you everything you need to know about these types of relationships. First thing I do, I need to film this because I know that she could weaponize this against me, because I'm a dude and no matter what I say, it's my word against hers and her word will stand. That's what's going to happen. That's why he filmed it. That's what happened.
Too, as well, because that's now evidence. And I have to take pictures. So as far as you and I are concerned right now, this second, I just need to go get that clipboard, and we go from there. And then I have to figure out what we're gonna do with the kids. Oh, so where were the kids during all this?
Yeah, where were the
Just
kids?
her daughter was on the couch the whole time. That
Daughter's on the couch the whole time.
was my biggest concern.
Sure.
That, like, it was driving me insane. Like, I'm like, let me go. Like, she's... Yeah, so
This guy's, and again, they're still together apparently. After this, they made TikToks where they're like went to church together and shit like that. After he threw her under the bus like that, and like telling how worse it was, how worse. We get it, buddy. She's already being arrested. All you do is shut your mouth now. It seems like he wants her to get in trouble. Now, obviously, she's to blame for some, of course. But I'm trying to see it from both sides now.
So she was there the whole time. I feel so bad for her. That poor little thing.
Yeah, and so I'm gonna have to figure out how to get her parents back here, and I can talk to her about that.
Imagine getting that call. Yeah, your daughter threw a chair at your granddaughter. Can you come watch the kids? She's going to be arrested. Thanks. See you soon. Ta-ta. Holy shit. How proud you would be of your daughter.
But let me go grab that clipboard. If you would just honestly just wait out here in your truck to stay warm.
Okay.
Do you have any other property left in there?
I don't know if I do or not. My question is this: what happens from here, though? I mean, is this going on record?
It has to go to court.
So
I mean, it's not.
I mean, like her picture and stuff be plastered and stuff like ours, or what?
What do you mean?
Like on a website and stuff
I mean,
for this?
Yes.
no, like it's not like she's gonna make the news.
I'm not trying to. It's funny, but it's not funny. This guy doesn't know who Taylor Frankie Paul is. Obviously, Dakota's trying to be like, okay, oh shit. So what does this mean? And he hasn't said yet, and good for them. They haven't said, I'm an influencer. Do you know how many followers? They have never said that. They don't care. And it is what it is. But that's what Dakota's worried about is what's going to happen to her and the public nature of everything. The cop's like, nah, I shouldn't make the news. This shit is viral. It's on the news. We're watching it on the news right now there, bro.
By any means.
But I'm saying like she'll pull up on a roster thing, yeah.
She's gonna have a record. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't have a choice in the matter anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I don't want.
Because what happens here is that
Dakota's lying to you right now. He's like, oh, I don't want that. Yes, you do, Dakota, because the last 5 minutes you threw under the bus. So I don't believe anything he's saying there. Oh, I don't want that. Do you guys believe what he's saying right there? He's angry too, and he has a right to be angry. But he's back and forthing on this. And he's playing a game right now. He's conning. That's what I'm seeing.
I say I don't do anything, right?
Right.
Say I don't do anything,
Yeah.
and I leave.
Yeah.
Hi.
Holy shit, Jeremy.
Are you?
Oh my God.
Jeremy's
Dad?
here.
Yeah.
Okay.
To her dad.
What's going on?
You wait in the car, and then I'll talk to you alone.
All I know is that I was so scared that I peed my pants.
By the way, right now, sorry, it won't let you pause it and see, but that's her daughter peeking through the window right now.
He pushed me into it. I reacted, sure. I threw it at him.
I'd do it again.
What about all the metal?
And they're waving at the little girl. This is what pisses me off. Taylor Frankie Paul has yet to say anything about her daughter, that she hurt her daughter. She doesn't feel any remorse for what she did. She's calmed down, and she's even more upset now. Her daughter, she just looks at her daughter like that. She just looks at her daughter. And the cop's like, hi, oh my God. Like, this is somebody who gives zero shits about what she just did. If, for whatever reason, something happened and I hurt my kid inadvertently, and I know she probably didn't mean to hurt her child, but she flew it in such a rage that it didn't matter. Everybody in her circumference got hurt, okay? If I ever did that, I would never be able to live with myself. Okay, there's nothing I could say to ever live with myself for hurting my child. I would hate myself. She doesn't give a shit about what she did. Her kid, she has not said anything about that. She doesn't apologize. I would be wrecked if I did that. I think a lot of you would too. If you hurt your child. Oh, and she doesn't give a shit.
Chairs here and like the.
I threw him at him. Yeah, I was scared.
Why?
I was scared.
About what?
Him.
So she just admits it right there. Yeah, I threw the chair at him and it hit her, and because I was scared. About what? About him. About what? Like I don't know if the law is like who started it. I don't know, but they're both kind of to blame. But in the center of this is a child, and she's just like, I don't care. I did it. I'll do it again. She's basically saying, I do it again. I was scared. And so you're throwing metal chairs while your child's watching. Like leave the fact out that you hurt your child, even though that's obviously the worst thing that's happened here. But your kid is there watching, and you're flying off the handle. What type of person are you that you can't contain your emotions for a few minutes? or, you know, in front of your child at all. These kids are living through this, and the dad, again, the bio dad of these children should be taking 100% full custody of these children. They shouldn't even be able to see her at this point, unless it's like supervised. I'm not even kidding. 100% custody of this dad. She does not deserve them. She hurt her child. If I was the dad and my ex-wife and I found this out, oh shit, is all I'm saying. I'd be like, I will use every legal avenue ever to make sure my kids don't have to suffer through that again.
Like, what were you, like, I'm just trying to get...
He's fighting back. I peed my pants because I was so scared of him.
He's fighting back, she said. He's fighting back, she said.
He pushed me into the wooden thing, so I reacted.
No. She's lying again. She started the fight, pushing and punching. She said that. Then he pushed her. Then she reacted and went ballistic. And so she's changing her story.
I threw the wooden thing at him, and when he came in, I threw everything else at him. I was scared.
So she's throwing wood things, chairs. She said she threw everything at him.
Okay, I can talk to you when I got it.
Okay, that's fine, but I'm just curious why. I'm going to do my... Am I holding the clock or no?
Yeah, you can just give me a second.
I'm the one who peed my pants, so why am I under arrest?
I'm the one who peed my pants, so why am I under the arrest? Because you hurt a child, and you admitted to throwing things. You used weapons against somebody. Like, Dakota's a dick for throwing her across the room, yep, but she used objects. If Dakota would have done that, the guy's going to jail for a long time. That's what I'm saying. He didn't, but he still pushed her, and he should have just backed away. Probably, I don't know. Maybe she was attacking him to a degree he had no choice but to push her. I don't know. He's not saying anything. He, for some reason, is sticking with somebody who abused him. Don't forget, everybody, this is an abusive relationship. She committed domestic violence against her boyfriend and her child. And there are still people, and we're going to look at the comments, still people standing up for her in her comment section. Watch this. This is why it's so crazy and scary in the world that we live in right now.
So you're going against his word against mine, correct?
No, he's using your... She said you're going to use his word against mine. No, we're using your word. Even I heard everything that you said. You admitted to everything. So it's your word against your word. So this is the type of person she is, though. Think about this for a second. She's not even worried about, she's like, oh, it's his word against mine. No, you admitted to everything you did, and she still thinks she's in the right. That's why this type of person, this type of influencer, this type of person who could do this, that's the type of person that they are. They are never in the wrong. They could never be in the wrong. How dare don't you know who I am? I'm an influencer. Remember that kid that did something super crazy and didn't get charged because of affluenza or something? He was so rich, he didn't understand the ramifications, the outcome. That's sort of this. These people don't live in the real world, and they don't get it. They don't think there should be repercussions for anything that they do. And you'll see why too.
It's based on the evidence that I'm seeing like here tonight.
What's your evidence? Just curious.
Just all the stuff on the ground, and you throwing things at him.
And you admitting it. You said it with your words.
And all that.
Are we allowed to ask him, or are we not allowed?
Don't need to ask him. Doesn't matter. You don't need to ask him. Dakota, it's not up to Dakota to press charges or not. The cop's pressing charges because of what he sees. Even if Dakota said, no, don't press charges, the cop has no recourse. The cop has to press charges. But I don't understand, honestly, if Dakota admitted to pushing her too, why he's not being arrested.
Because,
what do you mean by asking?
Because when he sees this, he's not going to agree to it.
Oh, really? That's weird. That's weird. Did the cop just look at her and be like... He didn't say anything. When he sees this, he's not going to agree to it. I don't care what that guy is agreeing with. You hurt your child. Again, in this whole exchange, have you heard her ever have any remorse for hitting her daughter? I did hurt my daughter. I didn't mean to. I'm so sorry. Nothing like that. Zero remorse.
I'm allowed to ask questions?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so can we ask him?
Yeah, I did. I did talk to him, and I told him how tonight was going to go. And he understood. He was very upset about it. But
what is he upset about? So I'm curious how I pissed my pants tonight, and I'm getting under arrest. I guess.
I didn't know that there was like this loophole in the law that if you pissed your pants, that no matter what you do, you get off scot-free. Could you imagine? Is Trump being arrested today or something like that? Maybe he just says, I pissed my pants. Oh, okay, no worries. All good to go. You peed your pants because you're drunk out of your tree.
With that?
I think part of that could be there's a lot of factors about that.
What is it?
But the main thing.
I didn't hear him give her rights, though. That's one thing. She's talking, blah, blah, blah. It's all on camera. He didn't say, look, you have a right to remain silent. He didn't say that. I'm not sure you have to do that anymore. I know that's an 80s thing for you've seen the movies. But if I'm being arrested, guys, remember those lawyers came out and said, if you're ever questioned by police, don't say anything. Shut your effing mouth, is what they say. Shut the F up is what they say. If you're ever questioned by police, everybody, don't say words. Say zero. Say nothing. Don't say anything. Okay? She's just blah, blah, blah. She admitted it on camera. And that's going to go against her when it comes to being charged in a court of law.
I see my mom and dad. And him.
I just don't want to traumatize the kids. That's
My kids are asleep, so can you talk to them?
Oh my God, hear that. I know you guys can't really hear that, but he says, she said, can I talk to my mom and dad and my kids? I don't want to traumatize your kids. And then she just said something like, my kids are fine. And she doesn't even care. She just passed by. Doesn't even care what she did to her kids. That's the thing that she pissed everybody off the most about this whole exchange right now. I don't care. I want to talk to them. No, I don't want to. The cop has to tell her I don't want to traumatize your kids. I don't give a shit about. She doesn't care about her kids. Everybody, she only cares about herself. That's so evident in what she just said.
Your daughter's in the living room.
Can I talk to Dakota then?
That's probably not a good idea.
No, you can't.
I don't want you guys to argue.
Can I ask him to do what? I'm confused how I'm being arrested. No. Is that him in a truck right here? This is
Yeah, we're not talking to him.
Okay.
Can't I just go to court? Don't I have
So now it's weird because they are showing him, which is weird.
to go to court regardless now?
Yeah,
So can't I just tell him once I get there?
you can, and it's just like this is a way of documenting tonight, fresh, how you remember it.
I just suck at writing. Like I can't. I just know I'm gonna put you.
It's up to you, man.
Okay, this guy's an idiot. So Dakota's like, can I just give the thing at court? I don't want to talk about it. No. Write down what you think tonight. Shouldn't they be taking breathalyzers for everybody and all this shit at this point anyway? I don't know. But basically, they're like, write down. He's like, I don't want to. This guy's just like, I'm busy. I don't want to do it. I suck at writing. Write it down, dick face.
Man,
I wish you had like a little mic or something.
I mean, we have body cams,
Oh, yeah.
and they've been running.
Oh, good.
But like, this is just another.
How
This is
embarrassing.
another form.
How embarrassing you sit out in your driveway with cops questioning you while everybody's looking out their windows. So embarrassing for you. Have a little, like, you lost all your, you have no dignity anymore. Ugh.
Documentation. I can't.
No, you don't need to talk to him. Because you don't. This shit, my grandkids should never see it. I'm surprised. Out of you doing this. Do not call him after.
Okay, so there it is. The mom's like, how dare you? Mom's even mad at her. But the mom sitting there doesn't even seem surprised at all either. Oh my God, I'd be like, you are gross. You're gross. So anyway, all that goes down, right? That's the night that all happened. And since then, okay, she did a car clean. This is the one, since then, this is what she did. Get ready, we go to church. These people go to church. And they dance before they go to church, though. That's the most important thing. Oh, the culture we live in. We need a new plague. She just continues to make TikToks as if nothing's going on. This is her life. My boyfriend's birthday morning. This guy threw you under the bus, and this is what you're gonna do? Cool.
This boy be in my DM say I'm pretty. This boy be in my DM.
Why do you wear matching clothes? Get wrecked. Imagine going through everything they just went through, and then putting TikToks like this up on the internet.
As you guys know, I dry shave a lot, but I got something new. Also came, so it is.
These people know what happened, and they're gonna stand behind her while you watch what you just watched, and you tell me you'd stand behind that person on the internet and be like, yeah, let's be friends still. But don't support her. TikTok should be removing people like this off their platform. YouTube would. If YouTube knew that was going on, they'd take her off. They did it with a lot of people. Okay? But she is celebrated. Like, celebrated. Look at this. Look at the comments on her most recent video. And it's mixed, but it's not as bad as I thought, but it's mixed. It's sickening the amount of people that are so hateful. Life is messy, guys. She didn't mean to hurt her daughter. You can see that she loves him. I don't care, Callie Crocker. That's a crock of shit, what you just said there. Would you say the same thing about a dude that threw a chair and hit his daughter? Would you say that same thing? You wouldn't. It's a double standard. So f you for doing that. This girl's been through it all and she picks herself up. Keep shining, Taylor. You think this is shining? This is Shining. She's been through everything that Taylor Frankie Paul has been through. Taylor Frankie Paul put herself through. She decided to cheat on her husband and throw her family under the bus. Okay, she decided to go get drunk to the point where she couldn't even function. She decided to throw chairs and hit her daughter. What do you mean she's been through it all? She put herself through that. Again, if it was a dupe, just reverse the roles. Reverse the roles. This is what Dakota said after the arrest.
There's a few things I wanted to talk about because I can't take it anymore. It's pissing me off so bad. Okay, dude, one, I have never made $1 from videos, ever. Okay? I don't do any of this shit and expect to make money. If I could, great. Obviously, that's an end game goal. That would be amazing. Who wouldn't want that? But I've never made $1 from doing any of this. So
who gives a shit? What does that have to do with anything?
I just enjoy doing it, and I've done it forever. I've done this for a long time, and I will continue to do that. And like, I'm not used to this. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I'm not Brad Pitt. I've never been in this position in my life.
Who said you were Brad Pitt? Why would you say that? It's like me saying I'm not Chris Pratt. Well, obviously, look at this.
Some people think I like never in a million years do anything for money, especially when it deals with Taylor and her family and kids. I just wouldn't. And,
okay.
I know my character, and I know it sucks I even have to say this, but it's like,
welcome to the world, buddy. You chose this life. You want to get with Taylor? This is the world you entered into, Dakota. You don't get to pick and choose now what happens. Everybody's going to pick your life apart unlike anything you've ever seen before. You chose this. And that just lends itself to this idea I've said, and the thing I've said, and I hope you're watching this, Dakota. I've said this, and listen to me. Children can't give informed consent to what you put on the internet about them, okay? They can't do it. You can't even understand what the shit is about to happen in your life. The people that are going to find everything about you, the ex-girlfriends and ex-friends are going to come forward. Everybody's going to find everything out about you now, and it's going to be on the internet forever because you chose to be with this person. That is the life that you're entering into, okay? You're an adult, though. You can choose that. But you know who can't? The children can't. So please understand that.
I never would do that. The whole situation just sucked and everything that's happened, but it's like, if there's one thing I know, and I will proudly say that, is that she's an incredible mom. And she.
Oh, is she now? We just saw the video, and this again, he didn't put this. This video came out like the day or two after the arrest. The video that we just watched came out like a couple of days ago, so this is before the video came out. Is she a good mom? Because we just saw her not give a shit about what she did. Has no remorse, zero remorse about what happened. All she cared about was being arrested and wanting him out of the house. There was never like, I hurt my daughter, I'm so sorry. Even when the cops like, I don't want you to like, you know, I don't want to traumatize your children. She didn't give a shit. She's not a good mom. And you don't even have to see this video to realize she's not a good mom. All you have to realize is that she's a selfish idiot for everything she's done. Cheating on her husband, finding a guy in 3 months after she breaks up her family, exploiting her children for money online. That's all you have to see about this person. She's not a good mom. I don't give a shit what you think. Clearly, you're a bad judge of character, obviously.
She loves her kids so much. Obviously, you guys all can assume the worst of everything because that's all you guys do. But
oh, is that what we do?
I've seen it, and I just know.
Yeah, well, we've seen it now too. So we've seen the worst that Taylor Frankie Paul could be at on camera. The rock bottom. And what we came away with is that she doesn't give a shit. So we've seen the worst. We've seen the actual real raw Taylor Frankie Paul. And that's what we came away with. So I don't believe you there. Haircut, you look like Ken.
And I will be there for her. I'm a recovering addict. Rock bottom is where I've been many times in my life. And I wish that I had people that were, you know, that I loved at those times that left and walked away from me.
I don't think he realized he just admitted that Taylor Frankie Paul's an addict. Whoops.
And I'm not going to do that to her. I will be there for her. And
why? And as a person who's a recovering addict, like he's admitting here, why are you with an addict? Isn't part of the whole recovery process don't be around other addicts? I could be wrong about that. I don't know. No one in my family ever went to frickin' rehab. I don't know. But I think, hey, if someone's struggling in an addiction and you're trying to recover, don't be around those people. It makes sense to me. I could be wrong.
Help her in any way that I can. Yeah, pretty much just that. I just wanted to clear some of that up.
Oh,
it just
super
sucks.
clear.
This
Thanks.
whole thing sucks, and everybody just twisting the stories and making up assumptions.
Everybody's assumption of what they said from day one came true. It was all true. That's what I didn't. Everybody's like, no, it's not true. I'm pretty sure he even said it wasn't true. Everybody said it wasn't true, and it was absolutely 100% true. So what are you saying, dude? He didn't expect that video to come out. Well, let me tell you, buddy, you don't do this social media thing very well. Good luck, though, for you.
Daily Mail did release Taylor Frankie Paul's arrest video.
Okay, so a lot of people obviously covering this, including myself. And here's the comments. Wait till you guys read these comments. It's going to piss you off. The fact they released this is so sad. And the fact people are sharing it, what a shame. Again, Sky, you literally are on the internet following a stranger you're never going to meet. Do you not understand the irony in your statement? The fact that they're sharing it, the fact that she shares her whole life, does that not make you a little bit weirded out? You idiot! Dakota shady as hell, wouldn't trust him. Here's one. Aw, Taylor, I want to hug her. She's going through so much. No one better judge her. She's struggling. You dumbass. She literally is charged with domestic violence. But she's going through much. I've never even seen one comment yet, now that we know what happened, about I hope the daughter's okay. Hope the children can recover from this. I've never seen one of these stans who loves Taylor ever comment about I hope the daughter's okay. Nobody has said that. It's all about Taylor though, right? Someone said this, someone says, no, he's recovering and set an expectation which she violated. That's fine for him to be upset. He needs to leave her. Inappropriate to get a statement from her while she's intoxicated. You fucking idiot. Hey, I seen that there's some violence, there's blood, his finger's broken, there's chairs, shit in the wall. I'm gonna come back tomorrow when you're sober, then we'll talk about it, hey? How about that? Not once in this footage did she ask how her daughter was or ask to see her children. Boom. She didn't even ask if her child was okay. She needs to prioritize the children. Exact. She didn't even ask, how's the kid? I know I threw a metal chair at my kid. Are they okay? Nope, didn't ask. That's the thing that hit me really hard here. That's a selfish thing to do. I just don't understand how they can be back together and around the kids together. In the police report, it says that if she's with her kids, he cannot be with them, but he's living with them. I didn't know that. So the police report says that if the kids are there, Dakota's not supposed to be there, but apparently he is there with the kids, and we've seen TikToks. So if that comes out that he's not supposed to be around, she's making TikToks with him around the kids. Whoopsie daisy. He felt so bad, but her actions have consequences, and she needs to learn that. Look, sad. No one should judge. This happens when alcohol's involved, and when it isn't, love is hard. Is this love? Throwing chairs? Hit your kid, that's love? I hope you don't have kids, user 999999, dumbass. Oh, hear this. So Paul, 27, was arrested on February 17th at her home in Herman, Utah on misdemeanor charges. But after Mortensen provided cops with a video from his cell phone showing the chair hitting Indy, the charges were upgraded to felony aggravated assault, reckless child abuse, and domestic violence in the presence of a child. Oh shit. There's a police report out there. Maybe I'll do another video on that. But there you go, everybody. From what did you take apart from that video? Dakota likely wanted her to be arrested. He was pissed about something. They were fighting everything else. But having those charges upgraded should speak volumes to everybody. She could potentially go to prison. And if it's in the police report that the kids aren't supposed to be around this guy, and there are TikToks of him around the kids, that's crazy. And as the dad of these kids, if you're listening out there, whatever that guy's name is, oh my God, what is wrong with you? Why would you put your kids in a situation like that? She clearly has major issues. And just to go back to making TikToks right after is mind-blowing to me. Do not reward people who do this. And the thing is, she gets rewarded for it. And that's the scariest thing. And she gets the benefit of it no matter what. Just switch the people in this conversation. Switch it. If he would have done all that stuff, the guy would have been roasted online. He would have been lambasted. He would have been in prison, probably not even still been in there. Okay? He'd be going to jail for a long time. But because it's Taylor Frankie Paul and she's a thirst trap, blah, 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 and she has all these followers, that's the tribe that she attracts. Trash. Taylor Frankie Paul and Dakota are trash. Do better. Do better for your kids. And the dad of those kids, do better for your kids and protect them from these people. These a-holes. Gross. So what do you think? Leave me a comment below what your take was on all that. Everybody take a deep breath. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being amazing. If you are suffering in some kind of domestic abuse situation, DV and all that kind of stuff, this is probably a tough subject for you to talk about because so many people do go through that. And I'm so sorry that if you are going through that, okay? If you're a guy going through that, don't feel ashamed for going through that. There should be no shame attached to it because there are men who do go through that, okay? And so you should be able to report that. If you are a woman going through that, please seek support. And there's a number I can leave below here for domestic violence. If you have a problem, if you need to get some help, please do yourself a favor. If you're in a situation that's abusive like this, please reach out and try to get some help or find somebody that can help you. Because this is very, very common. And I don't even think a lot of people realize that they might even be in a situation like this. But if something like this has triggered you and you start realizing, oh my gosh, I might be in a relationship like this, please do yourself a favor and get the help that you so need and deserve. Okay? Please do that. And I will see you tomorrow.